I'm Ashley,
And this is Grace Vanderweide.
and we're going to be talking about cloud computing. Cloud computing is the distribution of computing services including storage, servers, databases, software, networking, analytics, intelligence, and more. The cloud is used over the internet to deliver quicker innovation, flexible resources, and economies of scale. Cloud computing helps with lowering your operating costs because you only need to pay for the cloud services that you need, which helps you run your framework more precisely and it changes as your business needs it to. It is already most likely that you use cloud computing every single day, whether you realize it or not. When you update your Facebook status or check your bank balance on your phone, you're using cloud computing. If you're sending emails while you're on the move or using apps on your phone to help manage your workload, you're relying on cloud computing. Businesses are switching to the cloud because it increases efficiency, helps raise cash flow, and offers a lot more benefits. The importance and power of cloud computing for a business can be proven by these helpful statistics. 74% of tech chief financial officers said that cloud computing had the highest measurable impact on their company in 2017. 85% of enterprises keep their sensitive data in the cloud. Cloud computing spending is expected to increase at more than 6 times the rate of IT spending through 2020. Companies state that they are choosing the cloud because it provides access to data anywhere, it enhances disaster recovery capabilities, it enables better flexibility, and it reduces the support burden on IT staff. The top benefits of cloud computing are cost, speed, global scale, productivity, performance, and security. Cloud computing eliminates the capital expense of buying hardware and software and setting up and running on-site data centers, the racks of servers, the round-the-clock electricity for power and cooling, the IT experts for managing the infrastructure. It adds up fast. Most cloud computing services are provided self-service and on-demand, so even vast amounts of computing resources can be provisioned in minutes, typically with just a few mouse clicks, giving businesses a lot of flexibility and taking the pressure off capacity planning. The benefits of cloud computing services include the ability to scale elastically. In cloud speak, that means delivering the right amount of IT resources. For example, more or less computing power, storage, bandwidth, right when it's needed and from the right geographic location. On-site data centers typically require a lot of racking and stacking, hardware setup, software patching, and other time-consuming IT management chores. Cloud computing removes the need for many of these tasks, so IT teams can spend time achieving more important business goals. The biggest cloud computing services run on a worldwide network of secure data centers, which are regularly upgraded to the latest generation of fast and efficient computing hardware. This offers several benefits over a single corporate data center, including reduced network latency for applications and greater economies of scale. Many cloud providers offer a broad set of policies, technologies, and controls that strengthen your security posture overall, helping protect your data, apps, and infrastructure from potential threats.
So, there are multiple different types of cloud computing that it's important to know about. The main three, I guess, are public, private, and hybrid clouds. And then, in addition to that, there's also the community cloud. According to an article by Microsoft, the public clouds is basically it's a software that's owned and operated by a third-party cloud service provider. So it delivers their computing resources like servers and storage over the internet. With public cloud, all hardware and software and other supporting infrastructure is owned and managed by the cloud provider. You access these services and manage your account using a web browser, so it's available to people wherever they are. Now moving to private cloud. A private cloud refers to a cloud computing resource used exclusively by a single business or organization, so it's not available to the general public like public cloud is. That's the difference between public cloud and private cloud. A private cloud, it's one where the services and infrastructures are maintained on a private network, like I just said. And now moving into the hybrid cloud, the third one that I'm talking about. It's a cloud that's kind of a combination between public and private. So you can choose what you want to be public, and you can choose what you want to be private by using passwords and other security devices to secure that part of the cloud that you would like to be private. And the benefits of hybrid cloud is basically that it gives you in your business more flexibility and doesn't just have you set in stone with either a public or private cloud, so that you can have a little bit of both. And lastly, for this slide, I'm going to be talking about the community cloud. Community clouds, they're a hybrid of private and public clouds, but the difference between community cloud and hybrid cloud is that community cloud has an objective to basically have a community that they're targeting, so that those people are able to view what's on their drive and on their cloud. Now transitioning to examples of cloud computing. One of the main resources that I've used as a student, and I think that all of us really at Marist College use a lot, including our professors too, is the resource of the Google Drive, specifically Google Docs, Google Slides, and then also the Google Excel sheets that we can all use to work together from different computers at the same time, and also see the progress that each person has made for the whole project as it progresses. And so this is just something that's been really helpful to me as a student, and I think that as a business it would be really helpful to implement this too into systems, because one of the main things is that it automatically saves your work, so your employees don't have to spend any time worrying about saving documents or even searching for documents, because a cool thing about the Google Drive is that there's a search engine for it. So in your Google Drives, you can search a keyword of something that was saved into the drive, and it will pop right up for you. So that's a main benefit. And then also iCloud is something that we use to back up our cell phones. And that's important for businesses too, because business owners have important information on their phones that they might need the pictures from different meetings, or they might keep notes on their iPad or their computers too. And so iCloud allows all of this to be stored up in the air essentially, so that they can access it from any computer from anywhere, as long as they have internet access. How cloud computing works. Cloud computing, it allows for the computer to do the heavy lifting instead of a hard drive or the actual employee or person. And so basically what it does is it allows computers to use different networks within the website or whatever the type of cloud is, so that the user can utilize it in its full potential. If the user does utilize cloud computing in its maximum, then they will benefit from all different kinds of things, like not just storing Word documents within this drive, but not just storing PowerPoints within this drive, but also storing different types of software and bigger things like that the whole company can benefit from. And a good way to think about cloud computing is to think about it similarly as email systems, but in a much bigger scale. So in an email system, think about like your Gmail. You just have a list of all of these emails, and you can also search for them just like you can in Google Drives. So a business could really benefit from cloud computing more than just searching files and that type of thing, but also using softwares and that type of thing. Also with cloud computing, you can set parameters to it, so you can have login information. So the example of Amazon being a cloud computing system, is because you have your own login information, and when you type in your password, you get to access the different things that you've searched in the past, and also like the movies that you've already bought on there. And since you're able to search it, you are using a cloud computing system. You can take different security measures to secure all of your information, so it's not something that you need to worry about. Cloud computing also works in a way where whole businesses can use it as a backup recovery system, and this could be a lifesaver if a hardware crashes, or if the company has technical difficulty, where they could use the backup to save their whole company. This is our works cited.